Podcasting from Woodstock, Georgia, welcome to Soul Solutions, a show where we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs. I'm your host, author, and certified life coach, Terry Kozlowski. Hello, warriors. Is your egoic mentality preventing you from moving forward? Are you able to move from a negative viewpoint to a positive one? I'll give you a practice that will help you tune into your soul's voice and change the way you see things so that your thoughts become more positive. The show notes contain the link to this free tool. Stop allowing the egoic voice to have a detrimental impact on your life. Now let's get started on this week's show. Episode 198. Words are powerful. Use them in a positive way. Words hold power. Their meaning crystallizes perceptions, which form your ideas, motivate your conduct, and construct your reality. Their strength stems from your emotional reactions when you read, speak, or hear them. Using the word fire while barbecuing, at work, or in a packed theater will elicit three distinct but significant emotional and energy responses. You know on a surface level that words can be cruel because they have power. You have been hurt by what someone has said to you, and you know that words have staying power because you carry wounds from your youth where someone said something to you or called you a name, and it still makes you twinge now when you think about it. So, if you know this, why are you still so careless with your words? Why do you more easily spew negativity instead of using the power of words to build yourself and those around you up and be a positive influence? Negativity more easily comes from your egoic mind than something encouraging. Remember, the ego instills fear, not reassurance. The egoic mind is your worst critic. The things you say to yourself are far worse than you would ever speak to another. Why do you do this? I find it amazing that the worst suffering I endured all occurred within my mind by the negative words I spoke to myself. So, to alter this paradigm, you need to understand how you use words and change your mindset to use them positively. Words as weapons. If you remain aware of the energy you hold depending on your emotions, you can make conscious decisions that change your frequency and create the reality you wish. If you're feeling bad about something, you might opt to reframe the issue and lift your spirits. With a fresh viewpoint and a higher, more positive energy vibration, you have a lot greater chance of attracting good into your life rather than bitterly repeating previous mistakes. If you have been guilty of using words as weapons against another, it begins with your siblings and grows from there. The ego hurts others who have wounded you. But most of these wounds by others are about their bruised egos than it is about you. But your own ego won't let it go. So, you spew back more insults and demeaning phrases in order for your ego to feel better. This helps nothing except more negativity to be perpetuated. As you get older, this process gets more intense as you believe that you have more at stake during negotiations and other communications. You use more sophisticated and politically correct terminology than you did when you were young, but the same negative connotations remain. By tearing down another, the ego falsely inflates itself. But you know the opposite is true. Name-calling or labeling others belittles the one doing the labeling. It shows the small-mindedness and the innate fear of the name-caller. The power of self-talk. As one can see, words as weapons can do significant damage. But who do you do the most destruction to? Yourself, with negative self-talk. You are your own worst critic, but even more so, it is that you can be relentless in the amount of badgering you do to yourself. Here again, the ego is instilling fear by being the loudest voice in your head. If, however, you get quiet, you may hear another influence. This utterance of your soul is your heart's voice. The whisper is always present and speaking to you, but you normally don't hear it over the screams of the ego. You must get silent and calm in order to hear these powerful, positive, and truthful statements from your soul. This is where your self-talk needs to stem from. This accurate reality from deep within your own self. This is the part of you that says you can do it. You just need to work a little more. Your heart believes your innate abilities. The soul knows the genuine answers to all the questions the mind asks, but you have to get quiet to actually hear it speaking to you. For it to be the voice you hear encouraging you to move past the obstacle in your way because you are empowered to overcome. The power of gossip. Words are powerful instruments you can use to boost your personal energy and better your life, yet you frequently unaware of the words you use, read, and expose yourself to. The words of others may readily influence your personal frequency. Spend a few minutes with a chronic complainer who employs a variety of negative phrases, and you'll feel your own vitality just drain away. Words wield enormous power, so select them and your friends wisely. Another way words are used negatively is through gossip. And one of Dr. Phil McGraw's Nefarious 15 from his book, Life Code New Rules from the Real World, this tactic is a tool the ego uses to build you up and tear others down, yet you do it thinking that it's normal behavior. Just because others are doing it doesn't mean it's a social norm, constructive, or acceptable. This behavior is more a reflection of the person doing the gossiping than about who they are trying to diminish. You need to remind yourself you're not privy to all the information about any situation that may be the subject of a gossip session. Therefore, you have no business judging or passing additional rumors around about others. Remember, people who gossip to you gossip about you to others. You don't enjoy being talked about, so don't be unkind to others and talk about them. By not gossiping about others, you release the negativity that you spread and choose to be kind to those who aren't present. Words are seeds. Over time, the words said to you can grow into something wonderful because of the encouragement you received, or keep you stagnant because of the deterrence you heard. Words are seeds that get planted, and they continue to get planted throughout your life. These people don't have to be loved ones or friends. Complete strangers can plant seeds with their words. Masaru Emoto conducted an experiment to assess the potency of spoken words. He put 2 cups of cooked rice into 2 different mason jars and secured the lids, labeled one "Thank you" and the other "You full." The jars were placed in a classroom and pupils were told to say the phrases on the labels to the jars twice a day. After 30 days, the rice in the continually insulted jar had become black and mushy. The rice in the jar that was acknowledged positively was white and fluffy as the day it was prepared. This is how powerful words can be. A complete stranger praises your work, makes a suggestion, and you pursue a new endeavor. An instructor criticizes your art, and you don't pick up a paintbrush for over 20 years. The sad thing is, you allow others that much power over your life simply by the words they say. Therefore, your words have just as much power. Plant positive seeds of encouragement and pull the negative weeds you planted by apologizing for anything harsh you may have said. This is how you authentically communicate with others. Be impeccable with your words. Some of you have a propensity of repeatedly using negative words. The difficulty is that the more you hear, read, speak a word or phrase, the stronger its hold on you. This is because the brain learns via repetition, looking for patterns and consistencies to make sense of your surroundings. Repetition is the most effective way to imprint anything in your thoughts and keep it there. In Miguel Ruiz's book, The 4 Agreements, the first agreement is to be impeccable with your words. This means that before you speak, you choose your words carefully, as they have the power to create or destroy. Of course, the goal is to be creative, encourage others, and speak love to all those that come in contact with you. And you can, if you are aware and conscious. Taking a moment to think how you want to say something positively does more benefit to the listener than just blurting out whatever comes first into your head. Then reconfirming what you thought you heard someone speak to you shows them that you were not only listening, but that you understood what they said. These are simple tools that can be used for you to choose your words carefully and lovingly so that you have a positive impact on your listener. Moving forward, using words wisely. Put positive affirmations about yourself, your family, and your aspirations on sticky notes and place them about your house and business. Wear clothes with positive words or inscriptions on it. Imagine how much great energy you will generate for yourself if you wear optimism all day. As you continue to execute these things, you are using the power of repetition to your advantage. You have the ability to influence your reality, and using words intentionally is one of the most effective methods to achieve the energy you attract into your life. As you have seen, there is power in the words spoken to you and those you speak to others. Choose to make a conscious decision to use them in a positive way when you speak to others. Make a decision to declare love rather than hate. Elect to communicate with compassion instead of unkindness. Moving forward, remember that your words are powerful and resolve to use them for growth and liberation. As you realize the power of your words and become conscious about your mindset, you can alter the course of your life. Do you need help to become aware of your own mindset? Do you need support in changing your self-talk to be kinder? If so, please contact me at terrykozlowski.com and you can put together an action plan where you can be authentically you and for you to know that you are more than enough. Thanks for listening to Soul Solutions with Terry Kozlowski. If you'd like the show and want to learn more, check out terrykozlowski.com where you can find the links to everything we talked about in this episode. Please subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode as we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs.